there, Kaleidoscope Klan. How's everyone doing? It's Mariposa Maát. Happy spring. Yay. Happy New Year to everyone. Hold on, let me make sure it's clean here. Okay, yes. So, new cycles, new energies. I'm so excited. Today I wanted to come on just to talk a little bit about hair. When I was getting ready this morning, I was just really inspired. Like a lot of downloads came to me related to hair, and how important our hair is. I actually have a moment in time in my life when I became aware of the spiritual significance of hair, which I think a lot of people aren't conscious of. So I wanted to share that. And also a few other things. But yes, this time I'm talking about, I was around 21 years old, and I had been getting perms, straightening my hair. I was fly. Let me tell you something. I had gotten a haircut like Halle Berry. For those of you, from the X generation, you know what I'm talking about. It was like a bob cut. And at first, actually, I had the back really long, and then I cut it so that it was like all bob around. So cute. In fact, I think it's one of my favorite haircuts I've ever had. And actually, like when I was in Los Angeles before I went to Howard, I had never really been like a beauty salon girl. Like I didn't go to get my hair done all the time or anything like that. I would usually like go to my grandmother's. My grandmother would put me under the dryer and put rollers in my hair and stuff like that. Which is probably part of the reason why I'm such a natural girl still. I just don't have time and energy or money to put into a whole lot of beauty stuff. I believe in being beautiful, but I don't believe in that being like my main investment in life, or for me to, I like to do stuff myself. Basically, I'm a DIY kind of person, and I don't like a lot of people in my hair. But anyway, at this particular time that I'm talking about, I was in DC, and I went to a hair salon that was very well known, had a very wonderful reputation for their skills, and they were laying it down, let me tell you. But anyway, when I came out of this hair salon, I walked to the corner on the way home, and there were these two people who were dressed in all white, a man and a woman. They were in all white. I believe they had white hair things on too. They might have had some hair out, but a lot. They were just all in white. And they had flyers, and they were talking to people. There weren't very many people around, but they were there to talk to people about the significance of hair. And they asked me if I understood that my hair was a spiritual antenna, and that getting perms, straightening my hair, disturbed my ability to get messages, downloads from spirit. And that really struck me. I think that was the last time I got a perm. Yeah, it really struck me. I really thank you. I really processed that and integrated it, and I was like, yeah, I want my antenna for spirituality to be healthy, to work, right? So that is something I wanted to share, is that, I do believe that. I do believe that our hair has a function more than what, we've been told, and that it is very important. It serves a very important physical function as well as spiritual function. So saying that, I also thought about the song by India.Arie, I Am Not My Hair. And I love India.Arie. She has created some of my favorite songs. And I've met her, by the way. She actually sang at my going away party to go to Ghana. That's just a little side note. So I met her and spent some time with her, and I think she's a beautiful person. And it was a surprise. That was before she was famous. But, yeah. But the song, I Am Not My Hair, is something that I don't resonate with. I think that, you know, that saying that is kind of like a spiritual bypass in a racist society. You know, it's kind of the thing that you would hear a celebrity say, right? Where it's like, oh, all is one, and, you know, all is one and all is nothing kind of thing. You know, where there's an environment where people change their skin and change their hair. India has not done that, and I give her much respect for that. But the song, to me, is just not correct, because I do believe that physically we're born into this world as a reflection of who we are spiritually, and our physical characteristics have great significance. They're tied to our ancestry, they're tied to, you know, how we download, you know, like the fact that my hair is different than, you know, another person's hair means something. Now, it should not limit who you connect with. It doesn't mean that that's the primary thing related to who you are, and that we should all be categorized by our hair or by our skin, and that's it. No. But I think that it is really based off of, you know, an ignorance, a spiritual ignorance of not really recognizing how important our hair and our skin are, and how we actually are our hair and our skin and every other physical characteristic that we have. We are those things. We are more than that, than what can be seen, you know, but, you know, what we look like matters, and we should totally embrace who we are, you know, how we came into this world. Our natural, you know, being, we should fully embrace it, and that is very key for mental health, basically. And that is something that has really been challenged, you know, in this world by mainstream media. They've changed the image of what a person looks like to the point where elite, I would say, well, no, even in, you know, poor people, you know, you have all of these body modifications and all of these, ooh, beautiful red bird down there. I don't think you'd be able to see it, but it's really pretty. The birds are distracting me. They're talking to me. I see a nest. Owlbirds, I love them. Yeah, so anyway, how we look is very important. And when we put like fake hair on top of our normal hair, fake eyelashes on top of our normal eyelashes, you know, enhance our butt, our breasts, you know, whatever. It's a reflection of, you know, not being happy with your natural self. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever enhance anything I, for one, am making it a goal to not, you know, get anything like plastic surgery or, you know, I mean, I wear braids sometimes, you know what I mean? Extensions just to give my hair a rest or whatever. But I still like to do it in the style that would still reflect what my natural hair looks like, because I think that I look better with my natural characteristics. But, you know, I mean, for short stints, you know, it's good to look, you know, to switch it up sometimes, that kind of thing. But it really is a matter of the spirit in which something is done, you know. If you love yourself and you just want a little change, you know, this isn't about judgment at all. I'm just speaking on what I feel has become like a phenomena sweeping over the world, and also children. Like, it has a very serious influence. And so while I'm not looking to offend anyone who is, you know, going with the trends, I do have to acknowledge that I think that there is a predominant mental illness going on as far as why all of this fake stuff is important. You know, like for me, I don't really like to wear makeup. I wear lip gloss or lipstick, and if I'm really getting fancy, I'll do some eyeliner. And my face is not perfect. I have discoloration in my face. I'm not saying that I would never put, you know, some bronzer on. I like bronzer, you know, like for a special event type of thing. But overall, I feel good just being me. I don't want to try to portray myself as looking more perfect than I really do look, because when I meet people, I want them just to see who I am, and I don't want to feel like I need to cover anything up or be ashamed of who I really am at any point in my life. You know, I have to deal with the way I look. Again, see, I have discoloration. When I went to Brazil last year, I got really dark, and then parts of my face lightened and parts of my face didn't. It stayed dark. So I embrace it. I've always wanted to be darker, so it's kind of like I'm happy that overall I kind of look darker. But if you look closely, I have like spots of color on my face. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I'm still beautiful to me. And that's a choice. Like, I could be disgusted. It's possible, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who, you know, are obsessed with trying to have a perfect image, but it's okay. We're not perfect. And I am 53, and I have to accept that, you know, my skin, my, you know, body is not what it used to be. It doesn't snap back as far as recovery from different experiences the way it used to. And I accept it. But I enjoy looking natural. Like, you know, it's concerning, like all the things that people get, they start to all kind of look the same, and it's not attractive to me. Like that look, whatever that is, that transhuman look, that thing that's like part human, part science. It is, you know, it's a whole different thing. And even the whole, again, with the what do they call them, lace fronts, or, you know, wigs and lashes. Like, it's so strange to me that, like, children like to get these things when I associate those things with people who go on a stage, not with people who are walking around on the street. Like, on a stage, it makes sense because you want to see eyelashes from far away. But in person, to me, it looks silly. And to have, like, Diana Ross hair, it just, if you're not on a stage, it's not necessary. If you're as natural, then cool. You know, I mean, to grow your hair like that, it takes a lot of care and patience. And so, yeah, you should, you know, enjoy it. But it just, like, throw on hair is a weird thing to me. It's just, it just is. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, is that hair is sacred. It is spiritual. It is significant. It is not just something to throw on. And when you put fake hair on top of your hair, again, you're blocking your spiritual receptivity. And even when you put a lot of makeup on your face, stuff like that, like, you're preventing your skin from being able to become healthy. Like, the healthiest thing you can do is allow it to have access to air, you know, to breathe. That will have the best effect on your skin. So yeah, I just believe that if we make health the goal, beauty will be a result. You know, that's my goal, is to treat my body and my hair in such a way that it is the healthiest. And then I hope that that is what will be reflected, you know. So that is it. That is all. Hair is very important. I'm very proud of my hair. I'm very proud of my ancestry that's tied to my hair, and the hairstyles and all of those things that my people did, going all the way back to before slavery. You know, I think that my hair is beautiful. And, you know, it's just a matter of knowing what to do with it to keep it healthy. You know, growing up, we didn't know what kind of products to put on our hair. All I remember is Ultra Sheen, and man, that mess was, we might as well just put Crisco on our hair, really. It would just, it was not good. It would clog your pores and just slick your hair down. So I didn't know that, you know, that it could be different until now. But with all the hair products we have now, we have so many options. And with YouTube and everything, you have so many tutorials, which, I mean, I don't invest much time in my hair, but if I wanted to, I know how to do it. I would know where to look and how to do things on my own. So that's very much a blessing. So that is it. I just wanted to say that, you know, being where I am, there aren't that many people who look like me. And so I'm very proud of the distinction of who I am. I don't want to look like everyone else. I mean, that is not my desire. It would be fine. Because when I was at Howard, I was very happy when I did look like everyone else. That was fun. But I'm just saying that regardless of where I go or who I'm around, I am who I am. And I love it. And I encourage you to love who you are and to embrace, fully embrace your skin, your hair, your nails, you know, the entirety. All right, so I hope that that was food for thought. You know, I'm just really feeling in celebration. It's like being a tree in full bloom, you know, when your hair is growing. Okay, so on that, I don't know why today I'm just kind of feeling so distracted and whimsical, but I'm sure it's in the astrology. So anyway, Kaleidoscope Klan, this is Mariposa Maát, encouraging you as always to continue to embody your sacred transformation. Until next time, peace.